Let me move my cleaner. All right, so what's up, y'all? I'm gonna take the lace frontal wig that is on my Instagram and that is on my TikTok, and I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. My client's head is small. She has alopecia universalis, so she has no hair. So it's really uncomfortable when you got all of those, the combs and all of that in there. So you can see that it's really, really smooth. The tracks are very thin. They're fine. The lace is very thin on this lace front unit. I just love the unit. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how I make it a little bit smaller with the sewing machine. So hope this helps. So I'm going to take a few rows. I'm going to follow the rows across the occipital of the head. So this is the back of the unit here. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to pin a couple of sections together, and then I'll sew those two, and that'll take the unit in about 1 inch. We're going to take it in 1 inch. So about that much on, well, that's about a ½ inch there. 1 inch is that much. So we'll do a ½ inch, okay? 1 inch, because it'll be a ½ inch on both sides. All right, I'll be right back and demonstrate how I pin it. All right, so I began pinning. I left this elastic band out. The reason I left that elastic band out is because this will, if I go across that, it'll restrict her pulling, and I don't want to restrict her ability to tighten her unit. Now I will restrict it a little bit because I know she's gonna need it a little bit tighter, and so but I just don't want to fully restrict that. So I might go just directly across that without making the seam completely small, and then that way she'll still have to be able to tighten it the way that she needs to. It'll still have some movement to it. But with that being said, here are the pins. You see, I took 2 of the rows, and I am going to sew right across this center seam right here, right there. I'm going to follow that. I'll show you guys how I do that all the way through to make the unit, and that'll take like a ½ inch off of this unit, or a ¼ inch, because you can see here that's how much I'm going to be closing it off. So that's a good, you see, good ½ inch, a little bit, but less. Okay, finish this, and then I'll be back when I start sewing. All right, so now that I got that all pinned here, get a position on the sewing machine right at the tip where I want to begin my sewing. Put down my lever, pull out that first pin that I used to secure. You should have a place to put your pins. I have just my little thing right here, and then I'm just going to follow this all the way around. Uh-oh. Can y'all see? I wonder if let me see if I can get in there a little bit deeper. Make sure you remove the pins as you go along. So, I mean, this takes like, I'm going to say like 90% less time to do than doing it by hand. It's more durable. I love it. I love it. It's like if you're not making your wigs with the sewing machine yet, and you want to learn, just let me know. I'm trying to get it together, guys. I will get it all together, but mostly you can DM me on Instagram, and what we would do is we would have a virtual seminar where I would teach you from over video chat. Of course, you would be required to have a sewing machine. And but okay, so now that that's finished, okay, I'm gonna cut that, and I'll be right back. All right, so let me show you my first. Look how small that seam is. You see that? And that it just flaps right down. Your client doesn't even feel it in there. That looks good, right? All right. So what I'm going to do is this needs to be one step smaller. So I'm going to make this one step further and I'm going to connect that seam one more. I'm going to make one more little flap. Okay. So that my client, because her head is smaller than this, believe it or not. So here's another demonstration of me folding it over here and putting the pins. I place the pins horizontal to what I'm like a T cross to what I'm sewing, because it's easier for the sewing machine to go over it, and I'm able to pull it out. If they were horizontal, if they were vertical to where I was sewing, it would kind of be the same position of the needle, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but whatever. I'm going to pin this, and honestly, I'm going to take this one 2 notches. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to sew across this second seam. Normally I sew across the first, but this is really tiny and it only took it up a bit. She needs a little bit more, and hopefully with this one, that'll be the last one I have to make. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to finish pinning and I'll be back, guys, when I begin to sew. All right. So I changed my mind about the third seam. I'm going to still do the second one because I definitely don't want to make it too small. So also, guys, I want to say her unit, the reason I'm making it smaller is just by measurement. So her head, the units come average like between 21 and 23. You can adjust them. So they come like a 22 inch, and you can make them smaller, make them tighter. But she really is like a 20.5 because she has no underlying base. She has no underlying hair. So it's a little bit, I have to make it a little bit smaller. And I like it to be snug on her. It looks a lot more natural. So this is a great way to do that for your clients. All right, guys, I'm going to do one more row. Oh, slow your roll, girl. Slow your roll. You know what? Hey, Mom. What? So, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just let me know. Calm me down, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right. So now that I'm done with that part, let me show you here. This is what those look like there. Okay. They fall against that's flat against the head. When you lay your wig on, the wig now will fit snugger. I put them that direction because that way when you're putting it on, it helps it go up. Like as you're putting your unit on, that those little flaps move up. I mean, they go in the right direction. So let me show you guys here. The unit now fits snugger. She'll be able to utilize her bands in the back still to tighten it. Yes. Also, if you notice, I took the combs off. My client doesn't have any hair. She has alopecia universalis. And so, but this is a very, very pretty unit. I'm excited. Let me get up out the hair. Whoa. I need to do something with my hair. Oh. On the inside here, let me show you what it looks like when I part it. Oh, you can't see. There's a seam like right in here. You can't see it because I went between the tracks. That's how you make a unit smaller. And I can't wait to put it on. And it's smaller. It's smaller by a full inch. I'm gonna trim off these little excess hairs. I mean thread, and then that's how you do that. I'm all done. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. So subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it. I love that I'm able to be helpful for you guys. Thanks so much for supporting. The bubblegum challenge is doing awesome. All of these videos are doing awesome. And you know what? I'm here to serve, and I'm so happy that I am. All right, have a great day. Check me out, Instagram, TikTok. Bye-bye.